Hello everyone and welcome to K-Tapes. Once again this week we have a bunch of tapes. I've been able to, check around in Seoul, and recently the only good thing I was able to find were pretty much only games. I mean PC games, which I have a bunch on the side this way, but I'm not going to show you that today. That will be for another video. Today we will go with videotapes because that's the channel, right? And you guys want to see some tapes because it's been a while. I do have about 6-7 tapes to show you, so not that many, but there's some good stuff in there. So first of all, let's go with let's see, what could I show you first? Oh yeah, this one. So yeah, horror film. Again, I don't remember the title. I'm so terrible. I should do some research before starting up my videos, but I don't. So what I do is I generally show you the cover here, and on the side right here I do put the title because I'm that lazy. I don't remember this movie again. It says Alien Outlaw, the Korean title, but it's probably something else. But hey, maybe that's the title. Anyway, something from the 80s, horror sci-fi film. And this movie, I had it before, and the thing is, this box that you do see here that I'm showing you right now is the box that I had before. And turned out the tape inside was moldy, but I kept the cover, I kept the box and everything because that's the original clamshell and everything, so I kept it, thinking maybe I will find a better copy later on. So what just happened now is I went online and I did find this one here. So this is the one I found online, but look at this. Such a beautiful copy, isn't it? No, it's horrible. And the tape inside was in good shape. So I swapped the tape, took the tape from this box. This one I'm going to throw it away because it's way too sun faded and probably some water damage, whatnot. And it's not like one of those films that is super in demand, so don't need to keep an extra sleeve of that. And if I do find another one, it will probably be in better shape anyway. So I'm gonna throw this away, the box and the sleeve, and I'm gonna stick to this one, which is in much better condition, and the tape inside is in great shape, as you can see. We'll focus here. There you go. Yeah. So that's the first tape I have for you today. Next one. I got some good surprises, by the way, so let's go with something. Oh yeah, this one. Small box. Well, it's not really a small box. It's like a slim box. It's one of those variants they had, I think it was like late 80s, early 90s. They released a whole collection of those slim cases like this. You can tell with a normal case, see, it's just slimmer. It's the same height and everything. So that collection, it's kind of annoying because when you have all the normal cases on a shelf, it will be more deep on your shelf. It's kind of annoying. You have to pull it out a little bit. But they used to have a couple of great titles with that collection. I do have one or two in all my tapes. I think one is The Omen 4, which is not that great of a film or tape, and the other one I forgot which one it was, but anyway, this is oh yeah, it was 2019 After the Fall of New York, which is a great tape and quite rare, to be honest. I was really glad to grab this up. Quite rare, to be honest, the first time I see it. I think my friend has a copy, but he doesn't trade anything. But yeah, this is the first time I do grab a copy of this, so yeah, I'll put it up for sale. It's a rare one. It's a really cool cover as well. Okay, next, what do we have? This one is back in stock. I sold a copy recently, I would say not even a month ago. It went off the shelf quite fast because it's a really cool title, really nice box as well, and a really rare film. It's Rockadai Baby USA, and this is the Korean version. I know the Japanese version's got like a really cool cover art with that like pencil drawn monster on the cover. It's quite fun. This one looks more like all over the place. You can see here, let me just focus. Yeah, has some fun stuff on the cover. It's a bit like all over the place, like I said, but nonetheless, it's something very unusual, very unique box, very unique cover, and it's our beautiful DNS label. So this one would be for sale. And by the way, for the person who bought my other copy, rest assured, the cool thing is your copy is in better shape. I don't mean that the videotape inside is in better shape. This one is in very good shape. It's just that yours has less sun fade on the spine. So I would say that your copy is better than this one. But anyway, that's a nice copy too. Okay, next, what do we have? This came as a surprise. Again, I found this online. By the way, most of the tapes I got that I'm showing you today, except I think one, that was the Bird of Prey one. Everything else I found online. Why? Because these days there are a few things that are popping up online which are quite surprising. And with the COVID coming back and everything, like there's like a surge of cases in Seoul right now, and around Seoul, I think they're at 1,000 cases a day, which is I know for the States that's like nothing, but in Korea it's like it's like a really big deal. So I don't know when I'm gonna go back to Seoul, and I don't know what's gonna happen with stores being open, closed, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. So what I buy these days is mainly online. So yeah, I grabbed this one, Gates of Hell. Sadly, it's not full cheese Gates of Hell. I know it was available. I mean, the full cheese one apparently exists. I've never seen it. I just heard that it exists. But this one is the Lenzi film. I think it's a made-for-TV movie. I know what you're gonna say. This is from The Pit and the Pendulum from Stuart Gordon, but that's not the film. It's Gates of Hell by Umberto Lenzi, and they have like his nickname here, Humphrey Humbert. Anyway, so yeah, that is the Fulci film. Let's see what the photos behind. Yeah, I love the way they kind of censor stuff by just putting some, blood splat. It's kind of fun. Anyway, well, that's another sweet addition. Next, as you know, some of my videos wouldn't be complete if I didn't show you one Korean erotica, vintage Korean erotica. So I'm gonna go with this one, which I was really happy to find. This is called Woman in a Bad House, Part 4. Yeah, there are 5 parts with this. And I think that was the only one I've never seen before. It's like super rare. Yeah, it's under the Han Sinitown label, which was like one of the 2 most famous erotica label in Korea. So very happy to find this one. Okay, now let's go back to our sweet horror stuff. I went to a shop, by the way. Like I wouldn't call it a new shop. It's just a shop I've never been able to go to because every time I went there, the shop was closed. And by the way, it's no bigger than like a bathroom. It's really like a tiny shop. I should do a little video on it next time, maybe. It's owned by an old dude, very nice gentleman. And I found this over there. I know it's not Hong Kong. I mean, it is Hong Kong. I mean, it's not Korean. It's not even like a Korean DVD. It's actually a Hong Kong DVD. It's a Ocean Shore DVD, an original one, with the nice lime green case. Beautiful. And this movie is called Devil of Rape. I mean, I couldn't pass this. Price was okay, but it's uber rare, so I grabbed it. And I know, it's not VHS, but nonetheless, I was really surprised to find this in Korea, because you don't really find Hong Kong DVDs in Korea, and you do not find Japanese DVDs in Korea, although, you know, those two countries, I mean China and Japan, are very close to Korea, but you do not find these things very easily. So surprised, and I grabbed it. Okay, next, this is my last one. I call it the pièce de résistance, which is the piece of resistance, the main dish of my little presentation today, of what I have to show you. And ladies and gentlemen, Nightmare. I mean, do I really need to introduce this film? No, I don't. Yeah, I remember showing you, I think last year around the same time, I had another copy, which came in a smaller case, with the original cover art with the girl screaming, and it's like a drawing. I mean, people who know this film, you know what I'm talking about. It's a really cool VHS, although I would call it like maybe the most common one, although the Nightmare tapes are really not common. But the other one I found like all around maybe 3 or 4 copies in like 10 or 12 years, and that was it. I would say 3 copies maybe. And this one is actually the second time I find it. I've only found 1 copy before that, and it was not really in good shape. I mean, the tape was in good shape, but the sleeve, especially sadly on the front part, it had like it was folded, and I had like a huge crease. I did my best just to clean it and make it look nice, but it wasn't. So I would say this one is in better shape. Although, I'm not gonna lie, if you look at the bottom, again, let me focus here. If you look at the bottom, right here, this part, I think it had like some humidity or water damage. If I pull out the sleeve and show you behind, you'll see what I mean. Although it's not very apparent because, yeah, it's in the plastic sleeve. I cleaned everything, but I would say like the bottom here is very fragile. So I wouldn't like go and touch it or you know, yeah, because it could just fall apart like this. Although I think I you know, the parts that were really fragile, they fell off, and that's it. So the rest is fine, or fine-ish. But yeah, other than that, it's the best copy I've ever found. The tape was a bit moldy. Again, I won't lie. I cleaned it. I need to play it to see if it plays fine. My guess it does. So I was really lucky with that. As you can see, yeah, pieces chipped off here. But yeah, that's the rarest copy of Nightmare. Yeah, the small box is very rare, but I would put this one up as being the rarest copy of Nightmare, because I've only found 2 copies of this one ever. So very rare, and it's the nicest one I've ever found so far. So yeah, I would call this a very nice way to end the year. I don't think I'm gonna make another video of like new VHS before January, simply because I'm not going to Seoul, and well, if I'm buying new stuff by then, it's probably going to be online. So by the time I receive those tapes, and then I make a video on them, so you won't see any new videos for a bit about the VHS. But I'm gonna make other videos. I will show you a video about the video games that I bought, the PC video games, Korean video games. I will probably also post a unique interview with director Nam Gi-nam, which was, well, to put it in, I wouldn't well, let's not put it in nice words, but I mean, he was very notorious and very famous. Well, it's like, I know it's in a position right here, but he was kind of called by some people the Ed Wood of Korean cinema. But nonetheless, he made some very famous films, especially in the beginning of his career, but he went all across the board. He made horror films, he made sci-fi, he made, like, I think he even has like an animation. He has like kung fu films, 1 or 2 erotica, a few dramas. I mean, he did like everything, and kids films. And he did actually one kid film which was super famous for like one generation of people. They all remember that film. And when I interviewed him, he talked about that. Anyway, sadly, he passed away last year. So, and strangely enough, that was his very last interview. So anyway, keep looking up. I'm going to post that. Sadly, you won't have English subtitles, though. I need to tell you about this because I would need to hire someone. It costs much. So for now, I'm just going to post the interview. It's going to be for my Korean subscribers. So that's going to be my gift for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I think with the time, maybe YouTube is going to put up some subtitles, so you'll eventually be able to understand this interview. Anyway, that's all for today. Everyone, please do not forget to subscribe, because I've noticed like many people on this channel that check the videos, of course, there's only like 10% that are subscribed and 90% are not. If you do, that would be really cool. Why? Because the channel is already, by the time I'm making this video, is already at 493 subscribers, and I'm kind of only 7 subscribers short of hitting 500, and that would be 500 in exactly 2 years. So 2 years this channel exists, and I would have like 500 subscribers. That's quite cool. That's quite cool. I like it. But I can't wait to hit the next milestone and, you know, keep going. All right, guys, that's enough for today. Signing out, and see you next time.